When you're elbow deep in the guts of a BMW, there's one thing that always commands respect, and that is the engine. And when it comes to the diesel beasts that powered BMWs for over a decade, the N47 was our bread and butter, a workhorse that demanded attention and expertise. The N47 was your classic inline-4 diesel, none of that fancy V6 or V8 business, but don't let its simplicity fool you. Under that hood lay a finely tuned machine. We're talking cast iron blocks for strength and aluminum heads for weight savings. Now, displacement varied depending on the model, but it usually hovered around 2 liters. That, coupled with BMW's turbochargers, meant this bad boy could put out anywhere from modest 115 horsepower to well over 200 horses depending on the engine displacement and the year of its production. But torque, my friend, that's where the N47 really shined. We're talking enough torque to tow a house. Okay, maybe not a house, but you get the idea. Torque figures range from around 260 Newton meters to a surprising 450 Newton meters, giving these BMWs the grunt they needed to tackle anything the road threw at them. And oh man, did they throw these engines into everything. From the little 1 Series to the big bad X Series SUVs, the N47 was everywhere. Rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, didn't matter. If it had 4 wheels and a BMW badge, chances are there was an N47 humming away under the hood. Now let's talk tech. These engines weren't just workhorses, they had brains too. Variable valve timing, common rail fuel injection, exhaust gas recirculation, all the bells and whistles to squeeze every last drop of performance and efficiency out of these bad boys. And let me tell you, when they were firing on all cylinders, there wasn't much that could keep up. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. No sir, these engines had their fair share of issues. One of the big ones, the timing chain system. Stretching, snapping, call it what you want, but when it went south, it meant trouble, big trouble. We're talking engine damage, costly repairs, the whole 9 yards. BMW tried to address it with the recalls and whatnot, but let's just say it was a weak spot for the most of the cars equipped with the N47. And now about fuel efficiency. You might think with all that power and torque these engines would guzzle fuel like there's no tomorrow, but you'd be wrong. Thanks to all the fancy tech that I mentioned earlier, the N47 was actually pretty darn efficient. On average, these engines consumed around 5.5 to 6.5 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers, which isn't half bad for something that can pin you back in your seat like this one could. But hey, despite the headaches, the N47 was hell of an engine. It powered BMWs through thick and thin, delivering performance and reliability when it counted. And when it finally moved out to make room for the next big thing, there's nothing left for us to do but to respect the amazing engineering behind this thankful engine.
This is droga Amsterdam, droga Amsterdam. This is droga Amsterdam, droga Amsterdam. This is droga Amsterdam, droga